Welcome to another video from Dr. Lock. We're going to have a quick look at this Euro cylinder here. This is what we call them in Australia. This particular Euro cylinder is just an old one. The reason I'm going to do a rekey video on it is for two reasons. One, it's cheaper than replacing the actual cylinder. I've had a locksmith that worked for us who says, oh no, I just swapped them all out and wanted multiples of, 10 of this, 10 of that, 10 of that, and it's too much stock to carry in your car. Each one of them costs, and if you times that by 10 and then times it by 5 pin, 6 pin, polished brass, satin chrome, it's a lot to have in your car. Not only that, you're saving yourself a little bit of time, but you're not really capitalising on your profits. More profit can be made by swapping the pins out, keeping the same tarnished cylinder which matches the rest of the door back in the actual door. So to rekey a cylinder like this is not that hard, and when I heard a qualified locksmith say, oh, I'll just swap it out, I think that's the easy way of going about it. I also spoke to another locksmith who was working with somebody from the UK, and they were under the same type of guidelines. Everything you come across, just swap and install a new one. Now that does have some merit to it, but there is times when it is easier to rekey, match other locks which are around the house, different types of locks, all matching to the same key. I believe it's a better job than installing two locks keyed like, two locks keyed like over there, two locks keyed like, and then giving the customer 3 keys, when they could just be having one set of keys to the whole house. So we're going to rekey this one here, and I'm going to do the stopwatch. I'm not going to do it super quick, I'm not really racing against time, but I'm just doing it as an example to show you how long it actually takes to rekey a Euro cylinder, roughly, and that's taking it easy. So we'll start the clock. Alright, let's go. First thing, pick, I'm just going to remove the cylinder. I just rotate it round until I find a point where it actually can be pushed off, like that. I'll take my cylinder off, nice and carefully. Tension tool, I'm just going to pick it. Okay, it's picked. I keep my thumb on it so we don't have any issues. I use my Euro jig right here. Put that over the top. I'll do it here so I can show you what I'm doing. Now this is a single-sided one, so it's got a spring-loaded part behind there. I tap it out, I flick my pins, and then I start keying it up. And I go through looking at the key, and I try and gauge which pins suit me best. Oh, the strap's in the way. And one more to go. Yep, looks pretty good to me. Take the key out. Some people like to leave the key in and cut the key down and do all sorts of things for this process, but I find this the easiest process. Then I'm just going to push it back in there, take my tool out. That tool holds the driver pins from going anywhere. I'm going to use just a tension tool, spin it around. I don't have my circlip on yet. Test it, it's working. Circlip goes on. Probably just push it on with my fingers and push a little bit more with a little bit of leverage. Click, you heard it. Okay, so this stop. That took me a whole of 1 minute and 49. My key works nicely. Sorry, my key works nicely. Comes out nicely. Rotates on the inside. Single-sided Euro cylinder, and that took me a whole of 1 minute and 39. The pins, when you buy them in 1,000, they're pretty cheap. So you're talking, cents, 2 cents, 1 cent. They're nothing. Cylinders in Australia, you could be talking at a wholesale price in bulk, $16, $17 for a piece of brass like this in this formation with keys. So you're weighing up $16 against 2 minutes of your time. Plus, on top of that, you're also being able to key like multiple groups of locks. So where you'd normally buy 4 of these keyed like, put them on all 4 doors, and then you come across other cylinders, and then you put those bunches of locks on, which would be a different key. You think you're actually saving yourself time, but the truth is, if you're good at your craft and you can change locks fairly quickly, it's actually a cheaper way of going about it. Plus the tarnished cylinder matches the rest of the door, which is pretty good. Plus on top of that, you can give your customer a key which is key like to the rest of their house. You're actually saving money on multiple keys. So when the customer says, oh, can you cut me a couple more keys cut, you have to go to your truck, you cut a couple more keys, you only cut 2 or 3. So you're actually saving time there. As where if you had 4 batches of locks, you need to cut 4 keys or 2 extra for each, 8 keys. As where you just cut these, you're just cutting 4 keys. Plus on top of that, you can give your customer a nice coloured key. You can make more profit off the coloured keys or fancy keys you might carry in your truck, which are pretty small to carry. So that's rekeying a Euro cylinder. Minute 49, so under 2 minutes to actually rekey it, and it's ready to go back on the door, and we've got keys for it, just like that. Okay, comment, like, share, and tell us what you think down below. Thanks for watching.